All right, it's TCG ticker requests. We're back again, taking a look at some names. Before we do talk about those tickers, I just want to say I'm really proud of some of the people in Chart Guys inside the community today. It was kind of a scary day to trade, and it's really nice to have a community of people who are looking for opportunities, who are bouncing ideas off of each other, and there are individuals who are squeaking out record days for themselves, trading red names like QQQ and TQQQ on the few and small opportunities that were present. There were oversold bounces, there were minor trend changes, and there were opportunities if you were quick on your feet and able to react to the conditions that were present. So good work, guys. Really impressed. Really impressed.
ChartGuys.com. Become a confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Let's check out some charts.
Let's take a look at PLTR, WKHS, SWBI, TAN, and FSLY. So first of all, let's take a look at PLTR. I posted a video yesterday that was a walkthrough of the October 26th setup, which was a 4-hour tightening range. We had a breakout over 998, and what we saw in after hours yesterday was a little bit of a fade from the high. Not unexpected at all. And it's not unexpected because we had a 10% day, and there's going to be a lot of people taking profits. I took profits up here. I haven't re-entered yet. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen because we had a period of what? We had a period of consolidation and price discovery, and now I'm waiting for consolidation to give me some heads up on what's going to be happening next. So what we're going to talk about now is possible scenarios and some key levels. So we had our ultimate resistance at 1134. We saw the low of today's dump down at 1010. So we have a very wide range. The distance between our highs and our lows means, first of all, we're going to be looking for lower highs. So you already locked that in at 1099 or 11 psychological. 11 is just going to be the round number that I'm playing with. So I will probably refer to both as we move through this process. So now what we need to do is determine, are we going to get a higher low over 1010? The most beautiful thing that could happen, in my opinion, would be the development of an hourly equilibrium. Inside this, it would be a miniature version of what we saw on the 4-hour time frame over here. And it would be really, really nice for us to see that. First of all, just because it would be it's an elegant, beautiful pattern to give us nice consolidation. But it's one of the many possible scenarios that we can look for. So first of all, because we have our downside right now, we're going to be looking for, on the hourly time frame, a higher low over 1010. The closer we get to 1010, say maybe 1030, would give us a very good opportunity to have 4 points for our equilibrium. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we look for a break at this point over 11. However, we go to the 15-minute time frame. What are we shaping up for? 15-minute higher lows still intact. And in fact, we could make an argument for having a 15-minute equilibrium with our high, low, lower high, and possibly a higher low here. So going into tomorrow, we have 1091 as our 15-minute resistance, and we also have today's high day 11 psychological, and that coincides well with this 1098 level over here. And we can just draw this big fuzzy cloud of resistance. I always talk about these fuzzy clouds of resistance. This is what I'm interested in. So two possibilities, many possibilities. Hourly time frame. If we break our 1050, we're going to look for an hourly higher low over 1010. If we maintain 15-minute higher lows and stay over 1050, then I'm going to look for a slow march toward a possible ascending triangle type pattern. I'm going to look for consecutive 15-minute higher lows, and then I want to break over top of this 1099 11 psychological cloud of resistance. This is what it's all about for us right now. And if we see a nice solid bounce tomorrow, look how strong PLTR was today in spite of the market. If the market comes back with a big oversold bounce tomorrow, that's just going to add a little bit of fuel to this fire. So we're going to look for a break over 11 psychological going into tomorrow. Bulls are well positioned for a good attempt at that break. WKHS. Let's go load our charts up. So our daily time frame, not surprising. We're in oversold positions. We've had multiple red days, and we've been in a downtrend on WKHS for a little while. Today we have an indecision candlestick. This is Doji, and this is actually a strong candlestick when we compare to what QQQ has done and what SPY has done. So all things considered, holding up pretty well. Daily RSI 33.56. What we can do is go to the weekly time frame and look for weekly supports. We've got quite a ways to go before we get that 1455. Hopefully we don't hit that in the short term. So we're going to go to our 4-hour time frame and start looking for patterns. We have been oversold. We're in a 4-hour downtrend. No trend changes in sight. 1455 is really the only support that we have. And let's go back a little bit further and see if we can't find something else. 1628, we broke that. 1556. That may be what we can work with for now. Going to the hourly time frame, and the reason I'm just chewing down into different time frames is I don't see any strength on the 4-hour. We're hitting lower highs, lower lows, possible area of support here. And then we're going to get into our hourly. 1602 is our low, and bulls need to get over top of 1722. If we can get over top of 1722 and set a higher low over 1602, we may open the door for a short-term move to the upside. And at that point, my target would just be EMA 12 right here at 1781, because that would give us an hourly bounce into a 4-hour proven area of resistance where we have seen on multiple occasions EMA 12 slowing us down. So no strength in sight other than the daily candlestick giving us a little bit of a glimmer of hope. But that's all I see for our workhorse right now. SWBI, there's another name that looks very, very strong in comparison to the market. So when you see names that are independently showing signs of strength, those are the ones you want to play and keep a note of when you have big bear days like this in the general market. So we got 2 green volumes, 2 days of green volume. We're looking really good. We broke over 1759. I don't think we closed above it, but we did certainly pierce that area of resistance, and we have one more little titch of resistance over here at 1769. Let's get our magnets going again. Seems to happen every time we get this. So 10-cent zone of resistance, 2 good volume days. Bulls are looking very, very good so far. 4-hour time frame has changed our trend. We are over top of this. Look at that, 4-hour time frame already showing that strength. So the daily has carried over. We've established 4-hour higher lows. Our last hourly higher low is down here at the low of the early morning, 1660. Go to the hourly time frame. Beautiful, beautiful hourly uptrend. Right now, bulls are over top of this key resistance that we just talked about and looking very, very strong for continuation into tomorrow. Yeah, that's all I can say. Not too much, not too many red flags, if any, on SWBI right now. If the market gets a bounce, this could really move. So luckily, this is a name that we discussed today in our Chart Guys conference call. We do a call called TA Q&A at least a couple times a week where we have an open forum discussion. We talk about charts, indicators. People get to ask questions, and we do a little bit of an in-depth analysis. And this was one that was shared to us by my friend Kyle. So thank you for sharing with that, Kyle. We shared it with the rest of the community, and so far it looks pretty good. TAN, a little bit of a different story. So we are still seeing some consolidation. We don't really have a strong pattern on TAN that we can recognize. We are, I don't want to say desperate to establish weekly higher lows, but it's certainly something that bulls want to do relatively soon. We have a real lack of clarity in the daily time frame, and we've got a lot of consolidation to do. Our weekly is still overbought at 71.91. On the daily time frame, we're back into a happy place with RSI, but we don't have a real clear direction so far. And what we're going to do is just zoom in until we can find areas of support. And in fact, the only thing I think I see here is a near double bottom on the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame. So that's going to be hourly double bottom support. And there she is, 67.74, 67.75. I'm not going to put much weight on this outlier. This is 154 shares, so I'm going to ignore that. And what I'm going to look for is the fact that we have hourly lower highs today, a double bottom base of support. I'd look for a bottom fish if we get back down there and the market is not giving us any crazy red flags. But yeah, there's a good fish opportunity here. Proven double bottom. Beyond that, we had a double bottom at 68.17. So bulls are trying their best to hold this up, but otherwise a lack of clarity. So we will have to use what is available to us, and that would be that area of support. 15-minute time frame. We had, it looks like a 5-minute EQ that broke both without any follow through. FSLY. All right, so this one's going to be fun because I know what the earnings chart looks like, but I'm not exactly sure where it is. So we'll do an analysis before and after. So we go back to our, I'm going to have to do this all without looking at the chart, that'd be cheating. So we have a little bit, what looks like 4-hour support at 62.25, and then we have an area of resistance up here at around 77.15, and then we have today's high of day. So let's go see if any of these levels played into our after hours action, which is currently underway. Okay, so there is our big drop. 65.79 was the low. I don't know if that correlates to anything that I can see. Doesn't look like it. So we got a pretty solid oversold bounce. Where is that guy? 15-minute oversold. We still have high of day resistance, and it just looks like it was almost, well, it's a complete reversal. We dropped down really quickly, and bulls bought it all right back up, still inside today's range, which means we can more or less use our analysis on the 4-hour time frame for continuation. And what we're going to look for is going to be a bull break over 77.15, and we got ourselves a new low. If we can continue strength into tomorrow and get over top of the hourly resistance, which at this point is 74.30, I think we could make an attempt for a hourly higher low into a 77.15 test. If we manage to pull that off, I think bulls are going to be in pretty good shape. So FSLY bullish over 77.15 for a possible daily bounce. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the fun stuff that YouTube people ask you to do. It really does help us out. And feel free to ask me to cover a ticker. I would be happy to do that for you. Appreciate you watching and have a good night.